now. It is quite sexy. So, look, without further ado, I must introduce our special guest of the evening. Our special guest is Mr. Rohan Barnett. He is a social media influencer who is taking the world truly by storm. Rohan uses his subject matter knowledge to provide holistic solutions with various ailments and in illnesses. Rohan prides himself on helping clients beat the odds and fight the negative stigma that comes with eating bad foods and taking unnecessary medications that in most cases has lasting side effects. Rohan hails from Ontario, Canada, and his helpful tips and messages are going global, viral on TikTok, all social media. You can find Rohan at True Herbs. Herbs on Instagram. He will tell you more later on in the show about where you can find him. But Rohan, thank you. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you, thank you,
tonight.
thank you.
What are you sipping on?
Coconut water.
Mm. And I have alkaline water. So we can discuss the benefits or the pros and cons of both. But look, before we get into really why we're here tonight, I want to talk about what's going on in the culture, y'all. Listen, if you have not gotten a chance to go to Usher Raymond's residency in Vegas, you gotta go. But I was so elated to hear that he is the headliner for the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, that is so amazing. I'm such the Usher fan these days. And did you all hear that they have someone in connection arrested the suspect for Tupac's murder? That was exciting to hear, but I don't know, something in the milk ain't white, okay? Because they said Dwayne Davis is his name. He is the last surviving member of the gang, right? And he was on the Las Vegas Strip that night back in 1996. I think that's like 27 years ago. And you can see video of Tupac and others like Suge Knight and others in that at that fight in the hotel lobby, and they are beating up the nephew of Dwayne Davis. And then later Tupac gets murdered in a drive-by. And so Dwayne Davis says, I think they call him Keefy D or something. He has the intel on who shot him. He's not going to say because he don't want to break the street code. But child, listen, somebody shot at him. Yes, we do know that. But I don't know. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think that conspiracy theorists. I think that Tupac is still alive. And y'all know your girl is doing talk radio, right? So we talked about this on Moon Man and the Fun Bunch on WOLDC 1450 AM Saturday nights. Y'all can tune in and hear me, your girl, on there. But we talked about it this past Saturday, and I am one to believe that he is still alive. And so we had callers call in, and they were like, oh, yeah, he's in Cuba and all that. So y'all weigh in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Is Tupac alive or he gone? My thing is, no, his mother died broke. If this man had all this money and made all this fame and nobody collected his money when he passed, I don't know. Something ain't right with that. I'm just saying, y'all can weigh in. And so I was excited to hear, if you all have gone to see Beyonce's Renaissance tour, that it is coming in theaters. I'm like, okay, still collecting that coin. I ain't mad at you one bit. If y'all have not seen the Renaissance tour, go to the theater. It's just as good, I'm sure. And she's such a perfectionist. She is so amazingly dope. So, Rohan, do you think Tupac's alive or not? You might be Tupac. You're kind of giving Tupac vibes tonight.
I don't know.
He might, y'all, low key, he look like Tupac, don't he? He might be him. Okay, that he done saved his money to get all the plastic surgery so he can look different. But
Oh my
anyway,
God, yeah.
y'all, I'm telling you, it's a lot going on in the culture. I'm so happy that we didn't have the shutdown because girl need her coins and all the things. So yeah, that's a big to do. So I'm going to get into the topic because I know y'all are waiting and excited just as much as I am. Be sure to order your cocktails, your mocktails. Relax. It's y'all smelling the aromatherapy. It's nice. Catch the vibes. Get in those comments. I'm telling you. So before we get into tonight's show, who do we have on Instagram? Nightlife. Producer lady, who we have on Facebook and on YouTube.
Sorry about that. We have Shelly Roscoe in the chat telling everybody she believe he's alive too, Kiki.
Thank you, Shelly. Thank you.
And on it, and we have Muriel, we have Kim, we have Keisha KDM is in the building. We also on Instagram have Nathan Audacity, Caramel Knight. We have Keith the Greatness. Everybody's joining in. Donald Fat, SU, Robert, Pat. It's so many people I can't even keep up.
Yes, the
But,
beehive is still alive. I
yeah.
love it. I love it. Thank y'all so much. Be sure to share the live. So listen, we have so much to unpack tonight. All right. More than half of the world is suffering from chronic illness, pain, insomnia, or the desire to lose weight. Uh, and it is really taking our attention and shifting us into becoming the better version of ourselves, right? So there are so many new wave holistic remedies trending on social media, and oftentimes it's so hard to keep up. If you are like me, you have tried so many of these to help with weight loss and pain management. Well, tonight, the Damn Shame Podcast team has a holistic herbalist, Rohan Barnett, in the VIP lounge tonight to help shed light, more light on this topic and provide some helpful insight on us becoming completely whole in a holistic fashion. So, again, thank you so much. I'm humbled. The backstory is I was scrolling through social media and he said, "Oh, you got chronic knee pain." You know, he's very mild mannered and he speaks so eloquently. And he's like, "You got mild, I mean, you got pain in your knees." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, that's me." And he's like, "If you have that, you can do this." And I'm like, "Well, what can I do?" And so from that point on, I was like on his page, stalking him, cyber stalking him, just learning as much as I could. And I damn near begged him, "Can you please step into the VIP lounge and let us know what's going on?" So thank you again for joining. I'm humbled that you said yes.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get right into it. What was the motivating factor that helped to start you on your holistic journey?
We started way back around 14 years ago. Cancer was the motivating factor. So we first my mom had cancer, and then we decided to use herbs to get rid of it, which is like, well, we're going to get into that later in the show. But we use herbs to get rid of it, and from there on, we start helping other people in the community, and then start to get bigger and bigger, and especially here in Toronto.
Wow. Okay.
So
And we talked a little bit about this previously, but talk about, okay, so that was your first time getting involved in it,
no,
because of
well,
your,
actually, I was No, I was in it before, but in terms of as a reaching out to people because I studied herbs in school, for 3 years. But like I was doing other things along with that. But the thing is, when I get into it is because of the illness back then.
Hey, can I jump
Yeah.
in for 1 second? Rohan, is there any way you can cut the volume up a little bit? Our listeners are saying that they can't hear you that well on Instagram. So can
They
we make
want you to
sure the
talk
volume?
louder.
Oh, they want me to talk louder?
Yes.
Okay.
Is your IG volume
I,
up a little bit?
uh, no, it's on mute.
Oh,
So,
no, don't mute. Turn it up. I mean, take it off mute, please, but just turn the volume down low.
okay.
We got
It's on mute.
IG in the building. We got to make sure they
Okay.
hear you and hear you well. So let's
Oh,
talk. Y'all give us some hearts if you can hear him now. Go ahead.
okay. Are you okay? Perfect. Listen, perfect. So that's good.
I can hear you.
Let's do it.
Come on. Let's go.
Let's do it. It's like- yeah. So no. Yeah. So that's how we start off. We start off from with that. So we decide that herbs is pretty much a way to go. Uh, ever since the beginning is always herbs. They kind of trick us into thinking that other medication is really the way to go. But I'm gonna shed some light on all of that tonight as we get into it. But yeah, I'm always in herbs. All my great grandma, grandma now, always in herbs. So
Okay.
we it's about that. Yeah,
So, what are
perfect.
your thoughts about the healthcare system and where we are in terms of, how they treat us medically? I know that you're a doctor, right? Or
Yes.
okay, so
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah.
the hospitals.
No.
Okay,
That's an herbalist doctor. So
herbalist doctor.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so but I'm
That's natural.
sure you have encountered patients that are taking
Oh,
prescribed medicine from these doctors. And what is your thought
thousands.
about the healthcare system?
Oh, thousands of people. That's why I was late getting home because every day is maybe 30, 40 people in my office. Now, that's a trick because most of the things that is going on, especially in the healthcare system, is just a trick. They give us certain kind of food to get us chop. It's like sugar is worse than coke. To be honest with you, is 8 times worse than cocaine because we get so addicted to this sugar because we're taking it from we were a kid. And then they give us the medication, and the medication normally mess with your liver and your kidney. So most people will walk around with fatty liver. 50% of between North America, Canada, US of people walking around with fatty liver, and most of the time they don't test it because they don't want most of us to know that.
They
So
won't
it's
test
it's
for
a
what?
trick. The livers. They don't test the liver as much as they test the kidney because most. If you're looking at it, okay, so if you go in the Walgreen or wherever in Canada, you go like in Shoppers, and you look at the back of any label that they give babies, and if you look in the cupboard right now, and the bottle and any bottles that they give babies, like any kind of medicine, could be cough medicine. If you look on the back, and the red writing on the back is called liver warning. So they're telling you that the liver is more likely to be damaged even from you're a baby until you're taking any kind of medication now, you have that major problem. It's just a matter of they want to fix one thing, then something that's going to be damaged. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's a trick.
it is a shame. So, have you used your own remedies on yourself, and can you tell us more about that?
Oh yeah. Every day I use like well we have a herb called the cockstiff for prostate to clean the prostate and the urinary tract because most the number one killer inside of in the world is prostate cancer, well especially in men. So I always clean my prostate and my urinary tract. I use all of them, but my favorite though is something called the adrenal, which most people will come to the office and use it to fix the pancreas, but I use it for energy. So give you clarity, so you can remember stuff very, very quickly, and on your brain. And then that also used for diabetes and like stress and any kind of depression and so on and so forth. But I use that pretty much every single day. So I use all my product. I take all of them, every one, from the
Mhm.
one for cancer, colon, parasite, you name it. I use every single one of them because of the food that we're eating and or the water that we're drinking, and all these things are very, very, very key in inside of our system. And we have to be careful of
Mhm.
what we put in inside of our body.
So, do you think that somebody put in the comments that pharmaceutical companies and Wall Street, they working hand in hand? Why do you think pharmaceutical companies allow medicines to hit the market when they know that they have these potential side effects or could be lasting side effects?
Now they're thinking about the money. They're not thinking about you and me. so, so we get addicted to a particular, like for sugar, as it was mentioning before. Then you get the medication. Then you're addicted. So they can bank on you. You're gonna be addicted. Uh, you're gonna have the medication for the next 30 years, 40 years, and they just count on that. You're gonna be in and out of the of going to the doctor, and it's a cycle. So they make billions and billions of dollars of you being sick, and that's why is most of it is mostly chemical based and not natural as it used to be, and that they take the seed out of most of them so that you can plant your and grow your own shit. So those are things that people have to be mindful of. They don't care about you, they just care about all the money that they can make, and they want you to be addicted. So a lot of time people think that okay, yes, sugar is not even in ketchup, that a lot of people that tasting that sweetness is sugar is the number two ingredients in it. So you will be eating things that you think that okay, this is not sweet, but the
Yeah,
number one or number two ingredient is really sugar.
yeah.
So and that breakdown inside of your body turn into fat, and then that turn into to damage your pancreas, your heart, your lungs, and so on. And then you're on that cycle all the
Mm.
time when it's going. So it's we have to be mindful of that. That sugar is like drugs, and they want us to be addicted to that.
That is crazy. That's insane. So, do you subscribe to we should eat organic foods, or is that like not really?
Yes, I some because if you're gonna eat, if you get a choice of two things, you're gonna be organic or non-organic. I would say eat the organic food. The thing with that is, then you still have to read and you still have to pay attention. So, for instance, so I give you one example. You have like an organic apple, but on the outside of the apple is what they have like a like a like a wax on it completely. So they dip it in wax, even though the apple is organic, but they dip it in wax so that it can stay longer on the shelf or in the store. So now you have to be careful of how you want to play, how you want to indulge in all of this. You have to be smart because they're getting smarter in terms of they don't want to lose. So even if the fruit is or the vegetable is organic, they still you still have to be you have to be careful. So
So should
it's
we
tricky.
wash? Because I see a lot of people, they're putting their fruit in vinegar or putting baking soda on it or things like that. I guess to clean it. Is that the mindset of what we should do for our fruits and our
That's
vegetables?
that. Yeah, that's the mindset. You have to clean it. For some of them, like the apple, you have to peel it because the wax is not good for your intestine, and so you have to peel it. And the other fruits, it's parasites is on it, so you have to get rid of the wash it with vinegar and all those things to get rid of most of that. But even so, you still will have like get from the fruit like parasites. It stay inside of your intestine, mess with your brain, mess with the emotion, and all these things. But you want to be closer to the natural side, which is organic, than to the side that is all pesticide and all those things that is not good for your system.
Okay. So y'all get in those comments. Nightlife, I don't know whether you're back with us or
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
uh-huh.
Okay, great. Okay, we have a lot of people here tonight. We have Caramel Knights, Shoulder Driver, Tyler CJ28, K Walker, Jamoke the Gunduro,
Mhm.
Urban
What
Garden.
about some comments? Do we have any comments?
Just saying that the healthcare is a scam,
Yeah,
things of that nature.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Y'all get in the comments. Let us know what you think about what you're hearing tonight. I just know that, some people are like, oh, well, you have to buy organic. And then others are like, no, it's not necessary. But I guess it is the better of the two to make sure, But talk more about the parasites and how they affect your body, your gut, and all of that.
Now, so the parasites are live. So sometimes and then if you pay attention, like to mangoes, to strawberries, and if you when they're going bad, you see if you really look carefully, small worms, and those are sometimes different parasites can be. Now, when you eat that, they stay inside of your gut. Most of them not gonna be dead while you're eating it. So it's inside of your gut, and it multiply. So I always recommend that most people need to do a parasite cleanse at least twice a year because of the food that you're eating. In the meat. If you eat pork and eat any kind of meat like that, you will always have parasites, and you always want to get rid of them. If you eat in those kind of things, and even if you eat in organic food, you will have small worms that will get inside of your system, which is not good for your system, and so you want to get rid of it. But it affects your emotion, it affects your mind, your memory, your brain, your gut. Most time you have that crave. When you have that crave and you want something sweet, there's always a parasite is really giving you that crave. So you want always to get rid of it out of your system. So you don't really crave that food. You don't really feel like, okay, I'm hungry all the time and I have to eat because I'm gonna die. They will pretty much manipulate your body like that. That you feel like, okay, if I don't eat today, I'm gonna die. I
How
mean
often
that's
should
how
we
the
do the
parasite.
parasite cleanse? You said twice a
At least
year.
twice a year.
And
Twice
so,
a year.
how do we go about doing that?
No, different herbs will do it. We have a product called Parasite Cleanse. You maybe see it on our IG and our website, but it's called Parasite Cleanse. And what it is like you do it for 17 days, and that's it. And they kill the parasites, and you pass it through your poo for 17 days. And
So, are you eating?
but from home, sorry, from home. If you want to like get rid of some of them, you can use like clove, uh, just a little bit of clove, and that will kind of kill most of them inside of your gut. And there's a few other stuff, but yes, but clove is one of the best
Wow.
easy thing at home that you can use. You just a teaspoon of clove, like for 5 6 days, and that will
Are
kill
you
the
eating it or are
parasite.
you boiling it?
No, it's a teaspoon. You just like in some water and whatever, and just mix it around and drink it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We are learning some stuff tonight. Get the damn parasites out of your body. So do you eat meat?
Just chicken occasionally, and then mostly fish, salmon, and so on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you try to stay closer to the vegetables and fruits
Hmm.
and other
Hmm.
stuff that's gonna put like magnesium and minerals inside of your body. Your body don't need all the protein as much as they want to make it out to you. Your body definitely don't need the carbs as much as they tell you that you need it. So you can pretty much go days, months without eating all the carbs and all the protein. Your body need a lot more minerals and magnesium and so on and so forth. But yeah,
Hmm. Um, there was something I was going to ask you that was not. Oh, it came to my mind and it just left. That's that brain
yes,
fog that we're gonna
yeah,
talk about a little later.
Can
Ah,
you hear me?
yes, come
Okay,
on.
hi. Someone is asking, do you have any remedies for constipation?
yes, yes. We got something called the colon cleanse. Normally, when you're not pooing, and you should be pooing at least once or twice a day. And if you're not pooing, then inside of your colon is backed up poo, and that's it. Your poo is just backed up, and some people have poo inside of their gut for days, months, and some years. So the reason why colon cancer is one of the most deadliest cancer because poo is on the wall of the colon and it stay there and break down into bacteria. Bacteria is really cancer. And then is one of the most dangerous because then you're gonna food gonna be still going through and irritating that area of the colon. So we have something. If you're not going to the washroom, we have something called colon cleanse, and that colon cleanse will flush out your colon completely.
Wow. Um, so outside of your product, do you think that what else could we use in terms of a home remedy? Because I
For
know that
colon,
they're going to buy your products, but like you told us about the
yeah.
clove.
So like so you can do cucumber and 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 okay. You can use cucumber most easily from home. And you're gonna mix them together. Use you can so cucumber is one of them that you can use from home. You can just blend it and drink it, and then you start to have a free range of you going more frequently. Not going to be as effective, but if you want to make pineapple, you can make the cucumber and the pineapple together. And that will be a lot more effective than just the cucumber. Um, yeah, those two together will have you go more frequently. If you're not going at all, if you're not going at all, can you just blend both the cucumber and the pineapple together, and
So
that
are we
will
supposed to
be good.
excrete after every meal or at least just once or twice a day?
Once that's okay. If you're not going once a day, then that's a problem. If you're going once a day and you're going with a good flow, then that's. But you really want to go like twice. If you're going twice, then your body is working properly and to that. But and if you go 3 times, that's not the issue. That's really really good. But at least once a day. You want to go at least once a day.
Okay. And I was told that your poo should float, and that's how you know that you're healthy. Is that true?
Well, yeah, yeah,
If your shit
well,
ain't
yes,
floating, something
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Exactly, but the one of the problems since we are and that the colon is when we sit in and you hear me? When we sit in
Uh-huh.
and point, we sit in not the right way. We need to have a stool. We put our foot on the stool so that it can flow properly. But most of us will sit on our toilet and just poop. But we need to elevate like this so that the colon is straight out and everything.
And we can do
Will
that by getting that stool. I've
Yeah,
seen it.
get in the stool like you put your foot in. So because and that's one of the reason why most of us will have most our colon packed up because we're not sitting properly to poo. Back in the days, they used to stoop, and that was a good a good way. But we live in North America, and then we have all this stuff, and we grow up on it. We were born in it, so we think that okay, you know what, that's the way. But that's not exactly the way that you want it to.
That's not
be.
the
Mhm.
way. Ah, this is some good stuff, y'all. This is some good shit. Okay.
We have a couple of questions in the chat
Okay, come on.
about the parasites. Where can you get the parrot? Did you say something about purple parasites, or was it just a parasite cleanse?
Yeah.
He's going to tell us about all
The,
of his products at the end.
Right.
So,
But can you speak more about what that cleansing process is again?
okay.
the parasite cleanse. So the
Yes.
so the parasite cleanse is pretty much is a 17 days cleanse. So you do 17 days, and this is how you know want to do it. You want me to talk on that? So is as I said, you need to do twice a year, at least once a year, if you have not. But so we do for 17 days straight. You take like
Mhm.
8 ounces of parasite, and that just you just pass out the parasite inside of when you pour it. So that's pretty much it. And if you're from home and want to get rid of some of them, you can use a clove. Uh, just a little warm water or and just make it dissolve and like a teaspoon of that every night, and that will help to kill the parasites too.
Here's what I wanted to ask. You talked about it's more important to get more sleep than eating in one of your posts. And what do you talk more about that? And then what are your thoughts about intermittent fasting?
That's good. So for instance, for those people that have like diabetes issues and you want to lose weight, you want to. So for instance, what time is it? It's 8:30 where I'm at. East. Uh, you don't eat anything for the rest of the night. Then you go as long as you can tomorrow. If you're just starting off, you want to go as long as you can tomorrow. If you can go to 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, you do that. If you can go to 12, yeah, you want to do at least 14, 15, 16 hours if you can. But you want to practice that. It's not going to come as just as easy that I'll just do it. But as if you getting into that, that's something that you want to do because now all the fat inside of your cells start to activate and start to work properly. It's because it's a mechanism inside. And you're not gonna die if you don't eat breakfast. That's a trick. You're not gonna die. I know when you're just starting off, your body will like, oh my gosh, I have to eat something, I have to eat something. But that's just a process, and that's just something that you can avoid of not eating. But it's a great thing. Like I naturally eat one time a day. I naturally eat around 12 o'clock in the next day. It's come naturally, but if you're just starting off, I know it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to be naive. So you
So
can
when
you
you
can
come out your fast, is there a particular food that we eat, or it just it doesn't matter?
I just like minerals stuff. Like I like something called sea moss, like sea
Hmm.
moss gel. I do
Yeah.
like sea moss gel and like wild honey, and I mix it together and that's I just eat that because that the sea moss gel have a lot of minerals, to it, 82 different minerals. So Um, I start off with that, and fruits always a good thing to break your fast with.
Sea moss gel.
Yeah,
Some do the gel, some do a pill form. I think the gel is more.
the gel I mean I wouldn't recommend the pill form. The gel is like from under the sea, and then you have it, you soak it, you blend it, you eat it, and that's the good thing. So you get everything from it. In
And
the
you
pill
said
form, yeah,
wildflower honey,
no wild honey,
wild honey.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Because the honey have some, it's just like in the Bible that they said that maybe you're gonna be eating honey in heaven or whatever. But the thing is, honey have so much different things to it that is good. And so I just blend both of them together. And for guys that have any kind of erection issues, wild honey is something that if you put it in your diet, then you start to last a little bit longer. Um, Toward sexual activity. But that's yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
something that you
buy some wild honey for
can.
all the men I know out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Forget the KY jelly. We're getting wild honey, okay?
Nathan's Audacity has a question. He wants to know, is there anything you can do for sleep? His grandmother's having a lot of problems with sleeping.
For sleeping, um, so so we have a product called Nerve Support, which is most time you're not sleeping is because of your nerves issue. You're not turning off. So what you can do naturally from home for sleeping, um, hmm, you would have to get a plant, but I don't know that um, frequently that you can get this plant in the stores. But
Just tell us. We can send some people to know some people to get
okay,
some
no, no,
people.
it's okay. So no, I'm not trying to make it easier so people from home can find stuff that to 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 use because there's some of these herbs that we get from different countries, and they don't really sell them in stores.
Mhm.
Especially they ban them in some stores. But yeah, but the sleeping, I come up with something that from home that is probably easy to use, which I'm not thinking of anything right now easy from home to for you to sleep. Um, what you could do is ginseng powder. You could use some ginseng powder because is most of the time is the brain issues that's the nerves inside of the brain is not turning off. So ginseng will be good. Ashwagandha will be good for that also. If you're going to be really really calm and maybe to sleep, as they say, this chamomile tea will be like the closest thing that each person can get from home. Okay, can give you that calm a setting, and so you can be able to rest. But sometimes when you have that nerve issues, it's a lot more than just those simple ones that I can think of for you to sleep. But I mean, as I said, as you were asking, sleep is necessary. So you cannot, if you go without sleep for a long period of time, your body will just blow up in flames. You can go longer without food than you can go without eating, without sleeping. So you need to have that rest. Your organs inside need to rest. If they go in, it's like a car. If you get going, and don't stop, then you tend to have issues with the engine, and our body inside need to rest, need to turn off.
Let's
And
talk about the kidneys. We talked
yeah,
about the liver and what we should
yeah.
do for that. What about the kidneys?
Kidneys are well, kidneys are I mean that we used to clean our kidney at least once a year. Um, but simple things from home that you can use to clean your kidney. Most people that live in were not in the middle of the city. Even if you live in the city and a little bit out of the city, something called dandelion. They're normally on the grass outside, and then if you pick those and just use those as tea or the tea bag, then you can also you start to repair the kidney with that. But that's simple thing that you guys can use to repair the kidney. But you
So we eating
typical
the dandelion, we boiling it into a
you can
tea.
you can boil it into a tea. For some people eat it. So yeah, but you can boil it into a tea and just drink.
Really?
Yeah.
And you said do this once a year.
No, no, dandelion you're gonna have to do more. It's for instance like a month you do dandelion tea, and that is good for your kidney. But kidney cleanse, if you should do a kidney cleanse, you want to do it for 21 days, and you don't. And that's once a year, 21 days, and that's it.
And you have a product for that as well.
We have a product for that.
Okay, you're gonna tell us more about the products. That's good. Let's talk about the lymph nodes.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot about, we should be massaging our lymph nodes and under our arms, our lymph nodes, and behind our ears. Talk more about that.
You should be massaging it if you have the time, but it's you really want to clean it from the inside. You're not gonna because they're very very small and all over the body, but you want to clean it from the inside, and that's where you come back with some herbs again, naturally from home, to clean the lymph node. But we have something called lymphatic system, which you want to. That's a 17 days cleanse, which you just clean all the lymph nodes. The lymph nodes is like like okay, so like at home you have the garbage inside of your body, and the garbage shall come and pull out the garbage. That's exactly like that's how your lymph node is. It all the garbage inside of your body go there, and you want to pull it out of your body. You need to clean the lymph node pretty much as you can. If you can do 2 times a year, that's good. The problem with the lymph node is sometimes with a lot of people because we don't really heard about it as much. Is normally when people have cancer and a area that is inside of the lymph node, that mean that it start to run is like all over the body, and it's like deadly. Like pretty much you can say, okay, shit, is this person gonna die because it started all over inside of the body, not just in the organs or where it is, like liver or kidney or colon or whatever. But once it gets in the lymph node, it start to get all over your body. So you want to always pull the garbage out with the lymph node and clean it.
And so, besides your cleanse that we would take for 17 days, what are some other home remedies that would help us with that?
For lymph node, um, what will do for lymph node? I think the closest thing to that maybe like I think some special herbs in the lymph node. You want to have that flow and the like cayenne pepper. You probably if you have a little cayenne pepper at home, you can always take in that because that helps to get rid of some of the waste from the lymph node.
Hmm. What are the benefits of turmeric?
Turmeric is great. It's always if you can use turmeric every day, is you get it will build your immune system. Good for cancer. If anyone, well, but most of us will have cancer cell inside of us, so you always can use turmeric to kind of inflammation, get rid of certain kind of cells that is not belonging inside of your body. If you're feeling any kind of way sick, flu or anything, turmeric is always a mixture of something. You can use that with something else, and you always can use turmeric. Turmeric is great.
How
It's
about
really, really
ginger? I hear a lot about
but
ginger.
if you, well, that's what I'm saying. That's a mixture. So if you're gonna make a particular turmeric, ginger, garlic, lemon, you will knock out any kind of flu very very quickly. Boil them together, um, and that's a little bit of mint or thyme put together. All of that can boil together so that
Mhm.
you can have that one thing. And if you feeling the cold is coming on, or and then especially in this time in the fall, then you can use that kind of remedy to kind of get rid of
So I don't
some
know
of the
about
symptoms.
in Canada, but I'm sure it's probably true. Here in the States, they're talking about, COVID taking another spike. And, just earlier today, Nightlife was telling me about, someone having COVID, a little baby, catching COVID. And so we're seeing the rise again. What are some things that we need to prepare ourselves for? Because I'm not getting another damn booster shot. I'm not I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Now, so the stuff that I mentioned, okay, COVID is like a flu. So the stuff that I mentioned, so turmeric, ginger, garlic, lemon, and you can put a little bit of onion with that, and mix it together. Mix it very 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 strong, and then you just take that all the time. Even with COVID, I never wear mask before. None of that, because I never. I mean, I've been around people every day that come in the office of COVID, but as long as your immune system is strong, but you have to, because most of us not eating anything or drinking anything that boosts our immune system, and so we'll catch a cold very easily. We'll catch COVID or whatever very easily, and that will be, we'll start to get sick. But
Mhm.
if you build your immune system based on just what I just mentioned, you will you will you'd not be getting COVID or getting sick. Um, and we got stuff for that. We got something called antiviral uh, that we use for any kind of COVID related cold,
Nice.
flu, or anything like that.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. Someone said that you forgot to mention oregano for colds.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what? I because at the office I normally just eat the leaf oregano. So sometimes, but yeah, oregano for cold is great. Um, if you can find, well, I normally plant those things. You can put that in the mix too.
We have
Nice.
another question in the chat. So many, I'll tell you that everybody is really into this topic. So we are so appreciative of all of the information you're giving us. This is a different spin. What do you recommend for women who are experiencing hot flashes? We
Um, Hot flashes. Okay. And if they have hot flashes, then they need something is more likely their adrenal glands is sometimes is not stabilized. This is the hormone. So they go into menopause or anything like that. They need to balance back their hormone by yeah, okay. So for instance, uh you can use that mix, but you can also add these product like ginseng powder. You can add also uh, let's see what you guys would have from home. That is a ginseng is easy to get um, from home. That is
Don't worry
easy.
about it. We're gonna get our
Yeah,
hands on it. Even if we gotta get out
yeah.
there
Okay.
and plant some shit. We're gonna make it happen.
Ashwagandha is one of them. If you can find that, so you can mix ashwagandha and then ginseng, and one of the ginseng. Well,
Ashwagandha.
yeah, you've heard of that, yeah.
Is
So
that a
that
herb?
it's a herb, but you can get it in some place that you get it in like powder form, so you can
Mhm.
mix it together.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay. This is some good stuff. I'm telling you. It's so ironic because my personal trainer came over. I haven't been in about 2 weeks. and he was, sharing some things that I could take, and he has these super patches that I'll talk more about later. But I showed him who was going to be on the podcast. He said, I follow him. I follow
Yeah.
him. And so, you're on TikTok. So I know once he said that, I was like, okay, I'm in good company, because he is all things holistic and everything. So that was a good thing you talked about. Let's talk about some of the ailments
Yeah.
that plague African Americans, and that is the majority of my audience. And so I want to really talk about the vitamin D3 deficient that we, that they say that we have. What besides going out in the sun, we hear that all the time, that still isn't enough for us. What should we be doing?
but but we don't go in the sun.
I mean, we
No,
do, but they
no.
say it's still not enough. I mean, it helps.
Okay. No, we okay. So let's talk about this for a second before we go into the other stuff that you can do for that. But we definitely okay. So the survey done that 2% of our time we spend in the sun. So that's so you see. So most people think about it. So you stay inside of the house. For some people that live in a colder place, you go inside the garage. You go in the car. You get to work. You go in the building. You get in the building. You go to the mall. You get it inside of a mall. And you do the same cycle over and over. How many times you stay in the sun? In the summertime is the same thing. The sun is too hot. So we sort of survey that we spend 2% of our time outside. So that's a problem. So our major problem is that, and we have to fix that first of all. We have to spend more time. So sometime at the office, I'll if I have 20 minutes break, 30 minutes break, I just stand in the sun. You see?
Wow.
So that's the difference. Like I know, because in my head I know exactly what I can get from the sun. If I can get it free, it's natural. I want to get that free, which is natural. But all these things that we have it come with consistency, discipline.
Yeah.
Now we want to easily take the pills and say get a vitamin D, but the sun is free. God know what he was doing, but we
Yeah.
have to spend more time in the sun. I was so there's a family came to me today, and I was like bringing them out in the sun. They said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you something for the vitamin D, but this is really free. The sun is free." And then I break down the same thing with her, and she's like, "You know what? Really and truly, I don't go in the sun.
Wow.
I mean, so we don't go in the sun, and we as a people don't really walk barefooted inside of on the dirt outside, which is a circulation issue that we a lot of our people have the circulation issue. We need to be grounded. We need to get our feet on the ground in the sun, and just live.
And how
We
long
tend to,
should we stay out there and ground ourselves? Because I was
I
outside yesterday until the stink bugs and the
oh
lantern.
no
I
no
mean, today
you,
till the
you,
stink bugs and lantern flies started getting the
you
girl, and I said, "Oh,
but
this shit is not for me."
no, it is for you. You can do 10 minutes and max.
10 minutes,
Yeah,
okay,
you don't have to be out there for like an hour or two, but you can do
okay.
10 minutes, and that's sufficient for
10
your
minutes of
circulation.
grounding ourselves, 30 minutes of just being in the sun
So yeah,
daily.
because daily,
Okay.
because some of us not gonna have the sun
Hmm.
in the winter. Depends on where you're at. So
That's
so
true.
we're not gonna be in the sunshine like that. So
Okay, so supplements. Do you believe in the vitamin D3 supplements?
no, some of these supplements is bullshit. So I'm gonna tell you that. So because they just make it because they just there's a way to make money, and for some people will help a little bit because they put chemical for it to stay that long. It have to be put chemical inside of it for it to stay that long. So anything that you can get for free. Just get it for free, especially from the sources that is you're not gonna beat that.
I have a comment from A
Yeah.
Dub. She
Okay.
says that she's so excited that she has many of the items that you have mentioned in different forms.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. As she would. She always has everything.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Give me
Yeah,
some of what you have, A-Dub.
yeah.
But no, that is so good. This is so good. Y'all give me some hearts, like, love, share, follow. I'm telling you, this is some good information. This man has so much knowledge. I am literally on his page all the time. Like, oh my goodness. And I know that we are approaching the 1 hour mark, but I want to go through some more of the ailments.
Yeah.
Vitamin D3 was on there, but there was another one, but I'll get back to that. High blood pressure. Oh, inflammation was it.
High blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
So with high blood pressure, then okay, this is what you want to do. Okay. Um, Most of it is based on two things that they kind of trick us again and tell us is sugar and sodium. But our body needs a sodium. But if you can get the sodium from like like a like sea salt, but this sea salt is like Celtic salt. It's be the better one out of all of them. Because Celtic salt will have like 92 different minerals in it. So you get minerals from that salt, not only the sodium. But what you want to cut out for most people that have blood pressure issues is the sugar and any kind of sodium, which most people get tricked because most of the thing that in the world have to do with two things: sugar and salt. But it's the wrong salt, and sugar is just the wrong sugar. So we have to cut that out. And then things that you can do for blood pressure is okay. You want to always be moving. If you want to be exercising a little bit, it could be you don't have to go to the gym. This is what I tell a lot of people. I so this I'm at my house. I work out in a small spot every day. This is just like I even if you look stupid and you have an apartment or whatever in a small spot, jumping jack, run on the spot. That's it. I mean, you don't want to because when you're sick, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna look stupid anyway because someone is gonna take care of you. So when you look stupid, jumping. If you have kids around, jump on the spot. Do something. Stretch. You do something at the same spot. Even if it's mommy or daddy, you look stupid. Whatever. That's fine. But you want to be moving. You want to exercise, and you don't have to go to the gym. A lot of people are like, okay, I have to go to the gym. No, you can exercise. I exercise in in my house for
Does
years.
sex count too?
Yes, that's necessary too.
What's sex? That
That's
increases
necessary.
the cardio.
The cardio, if you're moving, some people not moving. So
Y'all
if you
don't lay there and just play dead. You gotta move.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love this. So how long? Is it 30 minutes cardio?
I do 20 minutes each day.
Okay.
That's it. 20 minutes. You can do 30 minutes. Most people recommend that you do 30 minutes, but for me, I do it is 20 minutes working out each day.
So if you got high blood pressure, at least 20 to 30 minutes a day in one place, move around, do whatever, jump, just be active, get the heart rate up, and cut out the sugar and the sodium.
Yeah.
I got it. That's top on my list.
That-
High cholesterol. I know some of these women on here got some high cholesterol issues.
So high cholesterol is you can use it's okay. What you need to cut out of the oil that you're using. So vegetable oil, the any oil that is just have the seed oil, you want to cut that out of your diet. That's the number one thing for high cholesterol. Number one, you. I mean, the number one killer in the world is heart attack, and it's because of the oil that we use. No, all the restaurants we use oil, and you tend to take that inside, and your
So
liver.
wait a minute, what oil should we use if we can't use
So
vegetable?
the vegetable are not supposed to be used at all. Supposed to go in the cars. So you can use avocado oil, coconut oil. Those two are very very easy to get. So
Mhm.
olive oil.
Are you saying we can use olive oil or we should not?
You can. Olive
Olive
oil. So
oil.
the three that you should be using, which is easy, is olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil.
I have someone who uses palm oil. What is that?
That's good, but it's not so easy to get. I'm giving you stuff that whatever grocery store you go into, you're gonna get those three. You may have a small section with the avocado oil, but you find it. Coconut oil is there, and olive oil is definitely there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But then yeah, those are easy to find.
Okay, so we touched on this a little bit, but brain fog. I go downstairs and I'm like, what the hell did I come down here for? And then I go back up and I'm like, I don't remember. Let me just try to recount my steps again, retrace them, and hopefully it'll come. Brain fog,
Brain fog. That's have to do with the sugar.
sugar.
You cut the
Cut it.
sugar, you have less brain fog. That's it. You cut the sugar, cut the rice, cut the potatoes, cut the bread. You, you start to
No
have
French fries.
no no French fries. Make your own potato fries. That's good for you. I
Uh-huh.
mean, in good oil. You using those French fries is just bullshit. You're gonna find yourself. I mean, in
What's
all kind of
canola
different.
oil? That's not good either?
No,
Canola oil. Okay. Shit.
that's
Dang.
that's that's Canadian oil. They just make that. So
Okay.
that's not good.
Okay. All right, y'all. We got brain fog. How about low iron? Some people have low iron. We
No.
always eating ice. We're always cold.
So low iron. I mean, you're okay. So yeah, most ladies will have low iron. Because of you guys menstrual. But the thing that with that you can always do is like use to get rid of or improve your iron level is beets. That's
Beets.
beets. Yeah,
How
beetroot.
about beet powder? I always hear a lot about that.
Yeah, but beets you can okay. So it make it easy. You throw it in the blender with a little bit of ginger, and that's it. That's it. That's the drink.
Beets and ginger. Love it. Y'all gonna replay this thing. What do you say again? I'm telling you, this is so good. So good. How about diabetes? We have people that are like pre-diabetic. Then we have people who have full-blown diabetes and they're taking insulin every day and the metformin and all of those things.
Yeah. If I was showing the next formula today that if I don't know people is different from me, but if you love life and you're pre-diabetic, they said your numbers are 7, 8, or 9 or whatever it is. I don't know, but for me, it's I will just stop eating all food. I just eat vegetable and fruit. No, because you don't really. If I'm pre, it's like I'm gonna pre debt. I'm gonna still eating the food that gonna cause me to because when you have diabetes, you cannot eat certain kind of thing again. You're limited. You're gonna have to an insulin, and the insulin gonna mess with your liver and your kidney. That gonna be damaged. Then if you're younger, then you're gonna probably end up on dialysis. Then you cannot work, so someone is gonna have to take care of you. I'll run very very far from food if the you mean if I was in most people's life in terms of pre-diabetic. But you want to just leave the sugar alone. All the carbs, anything that is carbs, you leave it alone. The numbers start to get lower by the first week. You can. I treat people with diabetes every day, but I said to them, you can fix your own self. Just stop eating. Just stop eating, and especially calories. None of that. And then you cut that out of your diet, your numbers start to get lower, and and that's it. But from home, you can use okra. You can use bitter melon. You can use um, cinnamon cinnamon powder. You can use that. Um, you can those things will help your numbers to get lower, and you can use that every day.
Y'all, this is some good information for our people. Okay, something near and dear to me, joint pain, and I guess
Yeah,
inflammation goes hand in hand with that.
yeah. So giant pain, as I was showing on the video, you want to do a few exercises, but giant pain mostly caused by mucus inside of your system. So, So with that, I would eat every single day sea moss gel as much as I can, and it'll pull the inflammation out of your body, and you will stretch those joints. You will stretch it. You will work on it in terms of trying to strengthen the knees, the anywhere you feel in the back. You do those stretches, and those will start to help. But sometimes when we have the pain, we don't feel like we want to stretch it. Now, if you look at like athletes and stuff like that, when they have like a injury, they have to work on it. You have to go to the gym, and even though it's painful, but you still have to stretch. You're building back the muscle. But most of us, we sit back and like, oh my gosh, my back is hurting, and we don't do anything about it. We just, oh yeah, and we want to lie all the time. But you want to stretch. You want to stretch it as much as you can. You want to cut anything that is causing mucus, like the dairy, and then use like sea moss to pull the mucus from your body.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay. Sea moss. In the gel form. Then they
in the
have
gel form.
the ones that have flavors to them. Just get straight sea moss.
You can get straight. Yeah, no, okay, because sea moss is 82 minerals. So your body pretty much need 102 minerals, a
So
little
we're
bit.
doing a tablespoon of the
Add
gel,
like 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons once
Yeah,
or twice a day, or three,
once.
once a day.
Yeah, but yeah, people they add other stuff to it like burdock root. Uh, um, yeah, other people add stuff to it, but you don't have to for it to do the same kind of
And you sell sea
process.
moss as well.
Yeah, we sell all of those things. It's natural.
Okay, okay,
That's what that's
okay.
yeah.
Cancer. What we're gonna do
Cancer.
about cancer?
Oh, the big one that most people is having. No, so all the different cancer, the breast cancer, prostate cancer,
Lung.
colon cancer, lung cancer. Lung cancer is deadly. The reason why is because your lung is the pump that pump everything to your heart. Is not when you start to have that spot on your lungs.
Hmm.
You said you start to have some issues. So you pretty much we use that's how we start off. We use three different products to solve that issue, which is Big C. We call it Big C for big cancer, immune system, and herbal tonic, and we use these to kind of solve the issue of cancer, and they have to kill the cancer cells inside your body. But now, if I have cancer, and I put in myself in this, if I have cancer, I will stop. This is next. I will just go only fruits and vegetable, and it's all. And I find itself is only fruits and vegetable for at least 6 months. I would do no meat, no chicken, no fish, none of that, and I will make your body completely alkaline, and that's what I would do if I have cancer, completely. Just only natural stuff like those things that they be and just fruits and vegetables, sea moss, honey, and other things that is just naturally made from God. That's what I would do.
Hmm.
But with lung cancer, it's deadly, and it normally cause a lot of people that is smoking will cause the issue. The environment where you at sometime will cause the issue.
Hmm.
But you want to it's deadly because it's I think it's the number one where if you have a cold or a flu, you don't want to be coughing for a long period of time. You want to kind of get it out because that put a strain on your lungs, and the strain on your lungs cause the bacteria to get in, and then you have a little spot, and then from there on you may have that problem, which is you pretty much it's dangerous. You die very very quickly from lung cancer because you cannot breathe. If you move, it's because of your lungs. So if you can move, you can talk. There's no energy, there's no breath coming out. So you want to kind of protect that lungs as much as you can. Smoking is deadly for it, and a lot of people want to smoke, but they want to smoke, but they don't want to clean the lungs, and you have to find ways to clean the lungs as if you're gonna smoke, and anything that you're gonna use, you want to clean it if you're not if you I mean like if you're using a prostate all the time because of sex or whatever, you want to clean that as a man. If you're using the lungs, using the kidney, liver, you're using the brain, you want stuff because to enhance that or clean it. You want to always use something to fix part the issue that is. It's just like your house. You use the house or you use the washroom or whatever, you're gonna clean it.
Hmm.
To do it on a regular. You don't just use it for the entire 10 years and just leave it like that. So that's the same thing as your body. The car is the same mechanism. You want to change the oil inside of the car. You want to clean the liver, kidney, and colon and lungs and all of those things.
Mm.
It's like yeah. So the cancer is I know is I got two-person today came to me with cancer. But the problem is that we as we go back to 75% of cancer caused by the food. So we have to just be careful of you know of the food again. We
Mm.
have to be careful of that. So that's our problem.
75% of the cancer is caused by the food.
Yeah.
Wow. And I believe that there's a lot of truth in that. Um, let's talk about vaginal bacteria and women who have that and always getting yeast infections and things like that.
It's a fungi. Normally it's a fungi, and that and then so before I answer you and the ladies, normally if you if the girl have the yeast infection and even though they go to the doctor and they get the insert and the antibiotic, most likely the guys on the line. I see a lot of guys have prostate cancer because of this. And normally ask them, okay, so you're female of any kind of yeast infection before? They said, yeah. But it get inside of the prostate because it's a fungi and it stay under prostate for like a long period of time and it become a problem 10 years, 20 years down the line. But the doctors, they're not going to tell you guys this. But yeah, but that's the prostate issue with the guys. But the yeast infection for ladies, um, you want to solve the issue because most of the time that we heard about like cancer in the uterus, we tend to they're not telling you what so none of them are going to tell you okay what it really start from. They're going to try to okay you're gonna have to cut your uterus, you're gonna have to do that and do that. But most of these things cause from like the bacteria, fungi, or any kind of virus, and yeast infection is a fungi. So we want to do like our steam for the females. Um, we want to if you so the less sugar will have you get less yeast infection. But the more sugar, then you tend to have more mucus and stuff like that inside of your body, so you tend to have more problem. But you want to always, you mean, you we use something called fungal to kind of get that in a couple of days. But you want to always always get rid of it completely because most of the time female will have to go back over and over to the doctor to get the same insert or whatever they give them sometime.
So
And then
steam, we need to steam more.
yeah,
And what, like once a month, twice a month?
I would say at least twice a month. So you do like 6 times per year, and it's not that difficult.
Hmm.
It's for female
And
actually.
then, so steam, what about like dairy? Does dairy cause the bacteria for us?
Yeah, because the dairy is not for us.
Mm.
I mean, to do something different, do almond, blend the almond, and then put some dates in it, and a a teaspoon of vanilla, and strain it, and that's the almond milk.
That's the
Yeah, it's the same thing in the store. So if I go to the store and my kids are gonna pick up almond milk, if you look at it, but some of it is bullshit now anyway. But it's the same almond and some water and some dates and a little bit of flavor in it, and that's it. So you can do that from home. Just straight in a blender. So
wow.
we have to be more creative, and then strain it, and that's almond milk. So we have to be a lot more creative in
Yes.
our
I love it, y'all. I hope y'all are getting something out of it. I'm just in awe. I have a son, and I'm telling, listen, these dirty bacteria bitches, like, stay away from them, because I don't want you to get prostate cancer, and I'm not here to take care of. Oh, this is some good information. Wrap it up. You think they? Oh, I just cannot wait
Yeah.
to tell them. Okay, I'm gonna get off of that. Erectile dysfunction.
Well,
They used to attribute it to, oh, the man's getting older. It doesn't get hard. It's not as strong, and the swimmers ain't swimming
yeah.
fast.
So, so what? That's a common because like maybe 40% of men over 25 start to have that issues. Um, hmm. So we our most famous product is something called cockstiff. Um, but what it does is to clean the prostate and the urinary tract and give them a longer erection. Um, what normally cause that, and then if you see, I refer back to most thing that cause that is the food. Normally causes is like a lot of time most of these guys is the so if they're like you know if the prostate start to get enlarged, then that's for sure 150% that they're gonna start not performing and not standing up as strong as. Circulation is a issue. If the blood is not circulating properly in the body, they can use cayenne pepper for that also to have that the circulation issue, so that they can, if they see that the erection is getting weaker, cut the sugar. That's one issue that will help them flow better. Um, uh, yeah, but those are things that they can be using. But they want to at least be cleaning the prostate and the urinary tract at least 3 times a year, so that there's nothing just surface inside and stay inside and not causing them to flow. Once the flow is gone, then the erection get weaker. So
So
we
that's
want
the
to,
cock still that you
yeah,
have. That's your product.
that's the
Um,
product.
some, and they're going to order it, I'm sure. Um, and we will order it for our men.
Yeah,
Even if they don't, because some people are prideful and they're like, I
yeah.
don't need that. But
But it's not about prideful. It's about trying to trying to stay alive and trying to make sure that you're just not just existing,
yeah,
existing with a purpose.
I love
I
it.
mean, yeah. So, so if you're just existing and you're not standing up anymore and you're like just 40, then that's not cool. You're like 40 more years to, to live or whatever. So you cannot be shameful of trying to want to live.
Yeah.
You cannot be shameful of that. Yeah.
Here's the last thing:
Yeah.
hair loss.
That means that most time with females, um, we our iron is low and then we start to lose. Most females, if your iron is low, you start to lose a hair. So what you can do with that is uh, um, there's a few oils that you can use to help with that. But so Jamaica black castor oil is good.
Mhm.
You can use rosemary oil. That's good. Um, you can even blend those two together and start to apply it to your. Um, there's a few of them that is banned. I'm not gonna even mention that. But those are that you can mix together, and those
Mhm.
two you can mix those together, and
Mhm.
you start to uh, have a kind of a flourish.
Yeah.
So you can put, if you don't want it to kind of smell like that, you can put like a lavender and then a tea tree oil in it and mix it around and just use that to start to have your ear. But most time, if it's from the inside, then you start to have the problem because if the iron is low, then you're still having that issue from the inside. So for most female, it's really that. But you can use that for this to start to grow. But you want to fix the inside. Most things normally cause from the inside.
Yeah.
I have a
That's
question.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
What about gallstones?
Gallstone, that's go back to your liver and your kidney. So if you clean both liver and kidney, and especially your liver, then that's easily you pass on the stone.
Mm.
We do it all the time. Is that simple? So I mean, it's more okay. Is that so? What happened with gallstone is like when so our liver and kidney don't break down a certain kind of chemical. So it stay right there and it turn like crystallize those things, then become stone, like kidney stone, gallstone, and it just stay right inside of your there. So stay in the gallbladder, but you want to flush that out by you cleaning the liver and the kidney.
We have one more question in the
Yeah.
YouTube chat. What do you recommend for coughing? Someone who has a chronic cough that they have not been able to get rid of. Any suggestions on or recommendations?
Strongly, you're gonna boil thyme. So you do thyme. So just make some thyme. You can mix it up, but the thyme is the number one factor in that tea. You could use turmeric, but thyme is the one. You can just do thyme only, and that will get to the your cough. So you can use
And so you said drink it as a tea.
drink it as a tea. Yeah,
Time.
you probably see like day 4, 5, 6, you start to get rid of the cough. And if you have the cough, but if you have the cough for a long period of time, sometime uh, go back to the lungs issue that you're having because you're putting a strain on your lungs. So that a lot of time you want to kind of see why are you coughing. If you did have a cold and then you continue coughing, then you can use the time. If the time is not, then you're gonna need something for your lungs completely so that you can fix the issue. So
Mhm. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I know that we have gone well over the time, our 1 hour mark, and I apologize for that, but this is some good information. So look, for the final stamp from the herbalist genius that has deposited so much knowledge here in the Damn Shame Podcast VIP Lounge. Make sure y'all follow and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this. For those that are on IG, you can catch the replay on YouTube at Damn Shame Podcast. But listen, one final message to our people in the VIP Lounge and in the world because we're global.
yeah.
What I want you to look in that mirror and just tell us, what are some things that we, aside from it, you just some final thoughts on, because some people may feel like I've been dealing with this issue, this cough. I've been dealing with this knee pain. I've been dealing with all this stuff for years. All hope is lost. Give us some encouragement, some insight, some final words that you like to share with us.
Okay. So to make it very very simple, most things that we need in life is free. So we go back to the sunshine, the water if we can find it, like coconut water if you can. Um, but exercises is you don't have to pay for that either. Those things are pretty much free. Walking on the ground is free. Um, Now, the problem that we want to fix is just the food. If you can eliminate just the bad food, then we'll have a completely different life. Try exercise a little bit, as much as you can, 10, 15 minutes a day. Not gonna kill you. Not gonna take much out of your day. But let's try. Just do a little bit every day. So it can become a habit, and then once it become a habit that you can feel good, and then you continue doing it every single day. But you have to want to live. You have to want to live because most of us we say we want to live, but not really. You have to want to live.
Mm,
So I mean, make it very simple. God created all the herbs, and the herbs is the one that we use to solve the issues inside of our body.
I
So
love it. How about marijuana? That's a huge herb. Look at this way.
yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Yes. Like okay. So it is tricky it can use to drink, and it is good for a lot of stuff. You use it to drink, give you that calmness and the thing. To smoke is it's tricky because it mess any kind of smoke. It will mess with your lungs. It will mess with your brain. Okay, most of it now is not is all chemical based. There's all these chemical that I mean they have to have all these moss and put in this chemical and the marijuana. So then you put in all of that inside of your body. And that's the trick again. It normally used to be natural, grow somewhere in the Caribbean or wherever, no chemical. But now it's all inside chemical based. So you put in all chemical that they put on it inside of your body, and it will mess with your brain. So you have to. If it's all natural, then you're good for it. If it's not, it's bullshit.
Bullshit. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Stay on until we end this. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to and being a part of the Damn Shame Podcast VIP Lounge. I hope that you have gotten a lot of information. Please catch the replay. It will be on YouTube at Damn Shame Podcast. Y'all go back, listen to it, try things. We want to live. We want to live. I want to live. And so I know that you all do too. I want you around to watch us and to be a part of this community. I thank you so much. How can they get your products?
So you can go to trueherbs.com, and most of the products are there. There's some going to be added next couple of days because we switch around our website because we go in we're going to be in America with a store in Europe, so we have to switch the names. So you can get trueherbs.com. You can go on that and get most of the product that we have there.
And that
Please
is
spell it out.
TROOHERBS.
Yes. Dot
trueherbs.com.
com.
So make sure and hit your girl Kiki up if you can't find them. But his products are there. The website is up. I cannot wait to order, and I'm gonna tell y'all all about it because the girl got some issues that I need to work out, and that's why we thought it was so important to have Dr. Rohan Barnett here, the herbalist doctor, to just shed some insight and give us a holistic approach to healing our bodies because we do want to live. And what is key about it is that all of this came from God. That's what I heard. All of this came from God. God gave it to us, and we're going to use it to supply the needs that we have. And I'm excited about it, y'all. So again, True Herbs, TROOHERBS.com to get all of the products. And thank you so much for tuning into Dame Shane Podcast. Listen, we'll be here again October the 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with some more exciting topics. You can catch the replay on YouTube and on your podcast streaming platforms as well. All podcast streaming platforms. We're out there. Damn Shame Podcast. It's your girl Kiki. Remember, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Ow, ow.